Um, Good afternoon, Canon. Kindly introduce yourself.
Afternoon to you, madam. My name is Venerable Canon Mero Koiro, serving in the Diocese of Nairobi. I'm born in Kirinyaga, and by the grace of God, the Lord opened the way for me to join the Diocese of Nairobi, where I'm serving. At the moment, I'm in the Dora Archdiocese.
Okay. Give me a brief history of your academic background.
My academic background, I started in Kirinyaga, where I was born, in the primary school. And then after the primary school level, I joined Mutira Girls High School, where by the grace of God I did my education for 4 years and graduated, and I did well by the grace of God. And later I joined Kabale Theological College, where I trained to be a church minister. From there, after marriage, by the grace of God, I was able to join AIU University, where I did my degree.
Okay. Thank you. Give a brief history of your career growth.
My career growth started when I was at Mutira Girls as the chairleader of the CU. We invited a lady whom I was introduced to by the head teacher. And this lady, I didn't know that she was a trained church army sister. So when she came putting on her very nice outfit. And she came to us, which she did very well by the grace of God. And it's there when I started realizing that women can join the church ministry. I admired her, the way she presented herself and the way she was very mature. And it's out of that when I started feeling, I have the call to serve the Lord. And then from there, after joining the Bible school and completing, I was posted at Giriabu Parish, where by the grace of God, I was able to train those children who were joining the catechism classes, and then also to preach in the church and to do the pastoral, which I love so much. I love doing it so much. And then from there, by the grace of God, I was able to transfer from Kirinyaga Diocese to the Diocese of Nairobi through marriage. And from here, by the grace of God, I started growing and became the deaconess. From becoming a deaconess, I was promoted to become a Lord Dean. From becoming a Lord Dean, I became the Archdeacon. From there, I continued. I became the canon in the diocese, and by the grace of God, I was promoted to become an Archdeacon, where I'm serving now as the Archdeacon in the Diocese of Nairobi, serving at ACK St. Monica's Commission.
Thank you very much. Kindly explain some of the challenges you have faced as a woman clergy.
Being among the first clergy, the first women clergy, it was not easy. I want to say it was not easy, and it has not been easy. remember my very first parish where I was posted as the vicar. I found people who were like, who is this who has come? A woman. And I remember the first day I visited this parish, I gave to the readers an opportunity, one to preach and another one to read the service, because I wanted to observe how they do their own things in that parish. And when the person who was coming to preach stood, he said, I wanted to start by apologizing because I was told there is a vicar who has come into this parish, and when I came, I found this just a woman. That remark alone, and he was doing it in the church in front of the whole congregation while I was seated, made me to feel, wow, yeah, there is a need to educate people. And I thank God that in this parish where I served, God granted me his favor, great favor, that I was able to penetrate. These people who were looking into me as a woman, they later confessed that they didn't know that God can make use of women and change the area. By the grace of God, I was able to transform that parish to what it is today, through pastoral, through love, through preaching, through teaching, and people started now accepting the ministry of women. And I thank God that from that first parish, the Lord has carried me through to where I am today. I can say that issue of being being pushed to a corner by men has been there. And I thank God that through it all, I have seen the faithfulness of God, that the Lord has helped me to excel with all these challenges. But I thank God that I am what I am today by the grace of God, which I'm happy about.
Wow, that's a nice story. What are some of your achievements in your career growth?
In my career growth as the first woman in this diocese to become a minister, to become a vicar, there's much I can say I have achieved. One, I have mentored many women and even men into the ministry. And by the grace of God, I have been able to minister to women even in the church, and to make them to be what God wants them to be. I have ministered to leaders, changing their position to a better position in their leadership. I have also achieved so much by changing even the physical structures in the churches. I have constructed churches. I have constructed vicarages. And I have changed the situations. I have started schools where I have been. I have seen things change. I have even seen the development in several churches where I have been. And all this is making me to be humbled and also to appreciate the faithfulness of God in my ministry.
Well, that's really nice. Not so many people are able to do that. What are some of the lessons you've learned in your career?
In my career, I have learned so much. One is that everything is possible with God. When you involve God in whatever you are doing, it doesn't matter your sex. What matters is, whether the Lord is walking with you in the journey you are. I have also learned the importance of humility. because humility has kept me moving up to where I am today. I want you to imagine if I was not humble in the ministry, it would not have been easy. So the importance of humility for women to be humble. I have also learned the secret of balancing, when you are called into the ministry. As a woman, you should know you have got two parishes. One parish is where you have come from, your home. You have to manage it well. And then the second one is in the church. And you have to learn how to balance the two, so that at the end of the day, one may not become a burden to the other. And as a woman, I have seen the Lord help me to do this, which I feel I'm humbled about. And I can say I am a wife to one man, and also a mother to 3, and a grandmother to 7. And I am proud that the Lord has managed my family, and He has helped me to manage my family, and also to manage the Church of Christ, that I have never had people complain that I'm not available in the church. I'm there, and I'm also available in my home. And so I can say it's a lesson I have learned of how to balance and to walk together with my family. Why? It's because after the church, I will still go back home. So I feel I needed to balance. And even as women, those who are coming to join the family, the ministry, they need to balance the two so that they can work together.
Well, that's a nice lesson to us ladies. Last but not least, what advice would you give women who want to venture into ministry?
One is that there is a room for women to serve the Lord. And God has a big voice for women. Looking into the way He was with Akina Mother and Sister Mary, and the way He walked with them, looking into the way He has walked also with women today, I can say there is a room for women to change and to minister. And so mine is just to let women know that God has opened the doors for us to join the ministry. The time has gone, that time with people were saying the praise of a woman is in the kitchen. No, I want the women to know that time has gone. God has called us to serve, and we should not allow anything to keep us out of this, because at the end of the day, you'll be answerable to the one who created you. You'll be answerable to the one who called you. And so my prayer is that you will come out to do that which God wants you to do for Him in the ministry.
Wow, that's a beautiful message to all of us ladies. And Canon, I want to take this opportunity to thank you so much for even giving me your time. I don't take it for granted. Up to next time, thank you everyone.